Hi, I'm Brett Parker, Multimedia Specialist for Snack Food and Wholesale Bakery. And today we're focusing on Mission MightyMe, the children's food brand on a mission to end the food allergy epidemic, as they've been selected at a Walmart Open Call to 2025 winner, where they secured a golden ticket deal after a high stakes pitch competition in Bentonville, Arkansas. Each year, thousands of companies apply to participate in the annual flagship event aimed at sourcing American made products for the largest retailer in the world. This year, nearly 600 were invited to pitch, and a handful of those were awarded a golden ticket deal with Walmart to carry their products in store. And here to discuss this is JJ Jaxon, co founder and co CEO of Mission Mighty Me. JJ, thank you so much for joining us today.
Glad to be here. Thanks for reaching out to us, Brett.
I just want to say congratulations on receiving the golden ticket from Walmart. And I was wondering if you could walk us through what that process was like and how it felt to receive that ticket.
Yeah, sure. Happy to, Brett. Well, there were thousands of applicants, us just being, one of them, wanting to talk with Walmart. We applied for it. Luckily, we're selected and invited to come to the 2 days that they where they put on the event. Surrounded by other entrepreneurs that are all working to get their products on those Walmart shelves. And ultimately, it came down to a pitch that my wife and I made to the buying team at Walmart. We talked with them about the product, why we started the company, the function that the products have for parents, and ultimately they awarded us with a golden ticket, which means we should be launching on Walmart shelves next year.
Wonderful. Can you explain the pediatric mission of your product and why you feel it's important to include in a child's diet?
Yeah, absolutely. We started the company from a personal pain point. Our oldest daughter is actually allergic to nuts. And when she was born, the pediatric guidance was to not give babies any nuts until they're 3 years old. But when our son was born in 2015, this groundbreaking research was published that showed that having kids avoid nuts in their diet was just the worst thing that we could possibly do, and that it actually makes them way more likely to develop a nut allergy. So we were just trying to get nuts in the diets of our infant son. At the time, we would have done anything to keep him from having a nut allergy like his big sister. But it sounded so simple, just feed kids and babies nuts. But in practice, it was actually really, really, really hard. So we started Mission Mighty Me to make it super easy to get nuts in kids' diets early and to keep them in the diet consistently as they grow, so those allergies never develop. And just this past week, Brett, we're really, really encouraged by a study that was released by the American Academy of Pediatrics that shows that since our co-founders' research was published 10 years ago, proving that most of these nut allergies could be prevented, the rate of nut allergies in developing in children has actually decreased by over 40%. Showing that this practice of getting nuts in kids' diets and keeping them in the diet is working on a real world basis.
Well, speaking of kids' allergies, do you feel that there's a crucial aspect of a child's diet, or their health makeup that you feel gets overlooked by too many parents?
Well, these sorts of things are complex. What drives the rate of allergies, and all sorts of things with the developments that kids are going through in those early years. But we focus on the one thing that we now know to be very true, which is the immune system in the first year of life is in rapid overdrive learning. It's learning what's in the environment. It's learning what mom, dad, grandma, caregivers are feeding them. And what we now know is that if children, starting as early as 4 to 6 months, have nuts in the proper form for their age, be given to them so they can actually eat them, that the body can actually learn to tolerate these wonderful foods so an allergy never develops. And so we've been, there are lots of people focused on a number of different aspects of research around the complexities that surround food allergies. But we've been laser focused on the one thing that we now know to be true and to be, over 80% effective at preventing allergies from developing. And that's just, get nuts in the diet and keep them in the diet consistently.
How has this golden ticket from Walmart changed your business outlook and operations?
It's Walmart's always been the ultimate goal for us because we, from the very beginning, never wanted our mission and our products to be a niche brand that were only accessible to few. We wanted it to be accessible to all American families, and really, the rate of nut allergies dropping dramatically across the United States is going to require mass adoption and awareness building for parents to know that this is what they need to do, and that for us we just have a food form that makes that super easy. So we've from the very beginning wanted to make these products accessible to all American families, and with Walmart being the largest retailer in America, the world perhaps. It really gives us a reach that aligns so well with our ultimate goals.
Well, if there's one specific health benefit you want consumers to understand the most about your product, what would that be?
Well, it's this powerful function that we've talked about. First and foremost, any product, especially for kids, it's got to taste good. The kids have to love it. They have to want to eat it. And ours certainly checks all the boxes on taste, and we've never lost a taste test. But for parents, it's this understanding that getting nuts in the diets and keeping them in the diet can be easy. It doesn't have to be scary, and that these are wonderful foods and nutritious foods for children to be able to have access to their whole lives if those allergies can be prevented from the beginning. So, we think the function of our products are highly unique, and that they also deliver on simple ingredients and on taste.
Fantastic. Well, that's all the time that we have for today. JJ Jackson of Mission Mighty Me, thank you so much for your time today, and congratulations again on the golden ticket from Walmart.
Thanks so much, Brett. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. And thank you all for watching.